It's a safety issue to keep the grader and the person running it and everybody else.
Saving our grading, that's where all the problems start.
Yes.
That's where it creates more grading.
I mean, trying to take out of Old Settlers Road in the dead of winter, if you stop for the sign, which Marcello asks you to do, unless you've got a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, half the time you're not getting going again. You really kind of got to look and keep it rolling. And I scared Gloria one morning.
I can speak to, as far as the safety issue, I've operated that grader about this often. You come out of Camp Brook and try to stick that nose out in the middle of 123 to get turned around. And Old Settlers Road, this end of Old Settlers
And
especially.
Camp Brook is supposed to be on this list as well.
I mean, that's deadly, you know, but it really is. Somebody's going to get hurt.
We'll fix that then.
Okay, so the way it works, we can talk about anything the next meeting, provided it's mentioned at this meeting. So if we missed anything, all you have to do is say the topic. Peter?
I don't believe you're wording that quite correctly. Anything that is on the warrant, any subject matter that is on the warrant can be discussed at that meeting.
Right.
Right, now, it doesn't just mean that we talked about it tonight. Now you have to put it on the warrant, then we can talk about it.
So the grader we have to.
Want to make sure it's clear, okay?
Oh, so it has to.
It has to be on the town warrant. We can only discuss on February 1st, items that are on the town warrant, subject matter that is on the town warrant.
Right.
Irregardless of whether we talked about it here tonight. We talked about it here tonight. And you don't put it on the town warrant. You can't come back up again just because we talked about it here tonight.
Okay, thank you.
We want to be clear on that.
Yeah, thank you.
I thought you quit.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a question. At one of the selectmen meetings that I had attended, we had talked about possibly organizing a budget advisory at this point. Is that something that would need to be discussed tonight, or can you tell us what we would need to do? Because if I remember correctly, it talked about being appointed, it wasn't elected.
Well, what we did was I'm sorry you didn't get that. A citizen did write to us, and we kind of wrote the explanation of how that would kind of go.
And
Yeah, and the first thing we really need, unfortunately, is kind of a committee to create a committee. Typically, what happens is towns appoint members of a budget committee, and there's two types of budget committees we talked about. There's an advisory committee, and then there's a statutory committee.
That's right.
We were looking at more the advisory for now.
To begin with, yeah.
Right. And so the first thing that happens is you got to figure out what your bylaws are, how many people you want, so on and so forth. It's the moderator that actually appoints the people to the budget committee.
So
Initially. After that,
wants to be on the budget committee. That's, I guess, the part that I.
well, we first have to get a group of people together to figure out what the budget committee would look like.
Okay.
So you would need to get 5 or 6, whatever, how many people you want, to start to figure out what you want. You want 3 people, you want 12 people, rules, all this sort of stuff. When you meet, how often you meet, so on and so forth. So the first thing is get some people together who want to form the committee.
All right.
We want to put it all together. Then once that's done, we'll sit down and we'll review it with you. Then whoever's moderator at the time would appoint the members to that committee from the research I've done so far. It's done that way because it's generally considered that moderator is an apolitical position.
So is this something now, if we're too late, we have to wait a whole other year? Or can
No, you can get on it tomorrow.
Do it tomorrow?
Right. This year's budget's, it wouldn't be too late to work on this year's budget.
Okay. That's
Practically.
something that has to be presented before the February meeting. That's what I'm just trying
No.
to finish. Okay, so it's not even attached to
It's not going to show up on the warrant. You just need to find 4, 5, 6 people that are interested and sit down and work out the kind of details about how many, what's a quorum, when do you meet. We'll approach the moderator and ask him to appoint with our 100% of our support.
Okay.
I think we ought to do it.
All right, so that would be something good to actually have prepared for our February meeting.
If you
Then-
love it.
Okay.
If you could do it, that would be great. It's a lot to ask, but it would be good.
All right.
One of you.
I want to make one observation. We were talking about going back to the old town hall meetings and no people left. Observe the room. I remember the old town meetings, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. handful of people left here, they voted in or voted out, whatever, and everybody's gone home. So we don't want to do that.
I hope you like the Saturday idea, because I sure do, for exactly those reasons. And I want to make a special note that there's a potluck lunch. Don't come without a contribution.
It's going to be here, I'll bring a pot, don't worry.
And I think Juanita, you make a terrific school board member.
No, I was.
We got people still eating, folks.
You guys update us on the FEMA money and if it's on the check or where to go?
So far, the only thing we know is the 69 still. There's still 2 claims that we're waiting on.
We actually know, we haven't seen any money.
Zero money. We got the 7,500 from February.
Okay. All right, yes, it's adjourned.
Thank you.
We did really well in the raising a little more money than we spent. Maybe because that money
Public space, I don't know what to tell you.
So another way to look at this is actually
That's fine. Oh, Jesus. You're just going to be all by your own.
No, what shall we say, it's pressed in from both ends. And it goes like this. Over years, more smooth, and then it's,
So it broke record enough though it actually stayed engaged.
Yes.
And then finally more smooth, and that was the end of it.
just to shift it or
How very cool, huh?
and they didn't find it.
Wow. Well, you wouldn't.
Today.
I appreciate the fact that you recognize some service level will change. The cool thing about the this side of the street is
Well, when I called them last week, I said, I would just go and check on it again, and that truck's gone. It's going to go through the roost. It's a great opportunity to put a couple lengths of pipe station in there and finish that fucking thing off. So, jump on it, boys. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I told him, I said, you guys want to do it, it's fine. Just let me know so I can, well, I'm going to send you the bill, that's all. I just want to do it. It's just ridiculous. It's not put together. I don't know. Michael, thank you so much, brother. Look how your phone matches your shirt. That's pretty impressive.
You did on purpose.
Of course you did. I was almost there with you, man. I really do appreciate that. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And you notice this shirt I didn't say anything? Joel did, but I didn't say anything. So I got a little computer issue. My screen keeps expanding and contracting font size on its own. So I go up to settings and I reset it at 150%, which is what I like it. It goes back and it stays, and then once in a while it just
What's the color of the light?
I mentioned, I think it's Internet Explorer. That's what you're asking me. No. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. That's fair.
As a general rule, I would use it.
Okay. Okay. Can you help me with my phone and all with my stuff down there? I'm assuming it's because most of my apps are free apps. So if I,
You like pop-ups and stuff on it?
and crazy pop-ups, and I mean, ladies and shit like that.
They're easy to install and uninstall.
Are they? For you?
Well, I mean, as far as like if you get an infection on a computer.
Yeah. Right, but with phones not so much. I've only had a smartphone since December, and I'm really excited about all the things I can do with it. I mean, I don't use it like a lot of people, but it's just so cool to have it. It's a Samsung.
Probably got an Android.
It's got a lot of Android-based stuff on it, yeah. Yeah, and I really like it. I mean, when I got some downtime to check my email and communicate with people that, I wouldn't have communicated with, maybe 5 or 6 hours later, and maybe even be able to make a decision quicker and stuff like that. I was in Vermont the other day, and I needed some lumber, and I was like, oh, for Christ's sakes, there's got to be a lumber yard closer. I was able to find it, silly little stuff, but life-changing things. I mean, yeah, the kinds of things that for the cost of every month, I mean, that paid for right there. You don't have any So,
There's another side. I carry one. The other side of that is, a few years ago, people were like, oh, they put chips in.
yeah.
No reason to actually chip it.
Oh yeah. No doubt. And whenever they ask me if they can locate me, I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Locate me. I don't care. I mean, it's so little to hide. You want to know? I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I mean, it's whatever. So, but I really appreciate you doing this.
You're welcome.
Is this going to be on YouTube forever?
It's like the other part. I'll send Joe or everybody.
Yeah, well, you said a joke against all of us. You want to do more of your work, I appreciate it. So business been okay?
Yeah, it's doing all right.
Good.